Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Modern Yin podcast. I'm Kimberley Roberts of SolefulYin, and I'm so glad you're here. So if you've watched the last few episodes, especially if you tend to watch video versus audio, you've probably noticed I'm in my pajamas. I don't know, maybe this is going to be a thing of like every time I record, it's going to be a podcast and I'm in my PJs. I don't know. But anyways, I'm rolling with it right now. So welcome to today's episode. I'm really excited about this topic. I want to talk about the survival brain versus the visionary brain, right? So this is something, and I'm going to laugh. I'm going to be totally honest with you here. This is something I wish I had been explained to me years ago. But you know what? Better late than never, right? So there's a big difference between the survival brain and the visionary brain, right? Or I call it like safety brain versus like the creative brain, right? Because for a long time, I thought I had a strategy problem in my life. I thought I needed a better plan. I needed better discipline. I needed better productivity. But I'll tell you something, this is actually really like the truth is so much simpler now. It was my nervous system. Yeah, my nervous system was still in survival mode. After 25 years in an abusive relationship with an alcoholic, that certainly did not, leave me in a creative, visionary, inspired vibe. Like I was literally like looking for danger, like left, right, and center all the time. And then here's another part. When I moved here to this apartment, to this condo here 10 years ago, it's been like 10 years since I've been living here. I thought back then, little old naive chicken nugget me thought, well, I'm not in survival mode anymore. I'm free. I have peace. I'm okay. Because I wasn't in that threat anymore in the relationship. But here's the thing. My nervous system was still very much in survival mode. And I'll tell you something, like I didn't know back then that your nervous system was something that you had to train. So I would tell myself over and over again, I'm safe, I'm okay. And you know what? Like to a certain extent that worked, but not really. And then, I started to realize that I'm in survival brain. And that's so much different than visionary brain because they operate from two completely different places. So let's talk about the reality of the survival brain, okay? It's not dramatic. It's not always panic attacks or breakdowns. And I'll be honest with you, for a lot of women, especially women over 40 that are very high functioning, survival brain looks competent, like just what I was. It was like, well, I'm working, I'm showing up, I'm taking care of my clients, I'm taking care of my patients, I'm managing my responsibilities. So from the outside, it looked like, well, I'm okay, I'm not in threat anymore. But internally, totally different story, completely different vibe here. My body was bracing. My nervous system was constantly scanning for the next problem. And my mind was focused on managing risk, right? Staying safe, instead of imagining possibilities or opportunities. Like the survival brain is the one that's always asking, am I safe? Like that question is constantly running in the background of everything. Am I safe? Am I okay? And the survival brain can feel very much like little small signals that the body gives you, right? Because our body is always communicating with us, like 24/7, 365. So some of the like little, signals that you're still in survival brain, your jaw is tight most of the day. Your shoulders are like slightly lifted even when you're sitting still. And your mind, it's constantly jumping to problem solving, even when nothing is wrong. That's the thing. I had that so often where it'd be like my mind would be scanning and looking for the danger. Oh, where is it? It's like, where's the imaginary bear? In front of me. Always. Like all the time. Even though there wasn't one there. But I'm always preparing for it. Preparing for that next email that's just gonna set me over the edge. The next bill that, like, oh my God, like, am I gonna have the money to pay for that? The next responsibility or, thing that's being put on my plate that it's like, can I handle it? The next thing that might go wrong. Here's the thing, that might go wrong, not that will go wrong, that is going to go wrong. It's might, because your brain is just always looking for danger. And the thing is when you're in that vibe and you're getting all these small little signals, you're actually bracing beautifully, like you are nailing it. And many women, very capable women, because this isn't about like you can't handle life, it's like you're capable. But many capable women are actually living in that state for years and years and decades. So just let that land for a second. Like, think about your own life. Now, here's the problem with building from a survival mode or survival brain, right? And this is the part that a lot of people miss, myself included, for sure. But when your nervous system is in survival mode and you're constantly bracing, your brain literally has no capacity for vision. No, not happening. You're not wired for creativity in that state. You are wired for production. Production is efficient, but it's not expansive. It's not creative. So you might be asking yourself questions like, well, why can't I figure out what I want? Why do I feel so freaking stuck? Why is it that clarity is not landing? Like, I used to ask those questions all the time. Like, why can't I make a decision? Like, I would sit in decision paralysis for like days, months. And I'd ask myself over and over again, why isn't this working? Why isn't what I want working? And then I realized, well, maybe the issue isn't strategy. It might just be that my nervous system hasn't felt safe enough to expand. And here's the thing, like, your nervous system is something that you train. Like, think of your biceps, right? Like, you look at a set of weights and you're like, you don't just look at them and say, yeah, I have defined biceps. You don't just pick up the weights once and go, yeah, I've got defined biceps exactly the way I want them to. You got to train them. So you got to pick up the weights again and again and again and again. Doesn't mean you have to pick them up for an hour every single day, but 5 minutes, once a day, 3 times a week, that's training. Your nervous system feels the exact same way. And when your nervous system hasn't felt that safety, hasn't been trained to feel that safety, then it's not going to expand into, like, what is possible for me? Because the visionary brain only comes online when the body stops bracing. And how the body stops bracing? We pause and we train the nervous system to feel safe. Not by telling it, oh, calm down, oh, you're safe, because that doesn't work. I know, I tried it for years. I used to just tell myself, I'm okay, I'm fine, or I'm just fine. I'm calmed down, I'm relaxed. But the nervous system had a totally different vibe there. So let's spin things around a little bit and let's talk about what the visionary brain actually feels like. Okay, so you have some context. You know what the survival brain feels like, right? We're bracing, we can't relax, we're stressed. The visionary brain feels so different. Like it's a whole other level. Like your breath deepens naturally. You don't have to try and force it. Your thoughts, they slow down. Like instead of like you spiraling like a hamster on a wheel, you actually have time and distance between your thoughts. And here's a really big part. Your mind begins asking different questions. Instead of like, well, what the heck could go wrong? Or why am I so stuck? You start asking, oh, what's possible for me? Like your visionary brain is curious. It's creative. It's spontaneous. It's patient. Your survival brain is impatient. It's stagnant. And it's just looking to be safe. And when you're in the visionary brain, you can see patterns and possibilities that the survival brain can't. But here's the big thing. It requires something first. Okay, before the visionary brain can even like start to like show its face, it requires that you are safe. Safe in your nervous system. Not telling yourself, I'm safe, but literally training your nervous system to feel safe. So the shift is regulate first, then strategize. Not the other way around. But I'll tell you, the survival brain will often try and do it the other way. Well, let me just strategize this, because if I strategize it, then guess what? Like things will work and then I'll be regulated. No, it doesn't work that way. And I know because I literally tried that for like decades. It just doesn't. This is why modern yin yoga, it focuses on regulation before expansion. It's the stillness that does the real work. Because when the body stops bracing, the brain recognizes and it reorganizes things. The clarity returns. It's like, the light bulb moment over your head. You're like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that before? That makes so much more sense. That comes from the visionary brain. Your energy stabilizes, right? Ideas start landing again. And sometimes it's like, you're not even thinking about it. It's just all of a sudden the thought pops up and you're like, I didn't force that. It just happened. Yeah. When you're forcing it, you're in survival. When you're not, when things are just naturally coming up, you get that spark, that hit that just lights you up and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Right? And I know you know what I'm talking about. We've all had those moments where it's like, wow, that was a thought. Where did that come from? And you know what? I want you to notice anytime that happens, notice what you're doing. It's not something that you're doing that's stressing you out. You're not in the middle of a presentation to a marketing company where, you're on the line for millions of dollars. It's usually when you're like relaxed. Maybe you're out for a walk. Maybe you're doing some meditation, some deep breathing, some yin yoga. Maybe you're moving your body, right? But in those states, your system finally has the capacity to receive. But the safety has got to come first. Then the clarity comes second, and then the momentum comes third. It's not the other way around. Safety, clarity, momentum. Put that on a Post-it note and put it somewhere where you can see it all the time, right? Safety, arrow beside it, clarity, arrow beside it, momentum. Okay. So if this is all landing with you, if you have been feeling stuck, if you've been wondering, why the heck aren't things moving forward? Pause. Just pause for a minute And I want you to ask yourself this really important question. Am I trying to build vision while my body is still in survival mode? Am I still standing in front of the imaginary bear while I'm trying to think about, what do I want for my life? Because I'll tell you something. Let's put this in context for a hot second. Okay? Imagine for a minute you were standing in front of a bear, a big black grizzly bear. It's got its little baby cubs beside it. So that's Mama Bear, and she is not happy to see you. And she is feeling your threat, even though you're not threatening her, but you are to her because she's got her baby cubs there. And she's like, no. You are not going to do anything to me or my babies. So in that hot minute, while you are standing in front of the Mama Bear and her babies, can you think about, I wonder what kind of business I want to create. I wonder how, I want to launch a podcast. Oh, I want to know, like, maybe I should start posting on social media. Like, maybe I should start this business from my hobby. Are you kidding me? You're not thinking any of that. You are literally thinking, how the F am I going to get out of here alive? Right? Yeah. Survival, not creation. So if you're asking yourself, am I trying to build vision while my body is still in survival mode? And the answer is yes. I don't want you to feel like you're behind, because I'll tell you something. I felt like I was behind for a long time, and that didn't serve me at all. In fact, it just pulled me back. So I always say, because my dad used to say this to me all the time when I was a kid, and I never really understood what he meant back then, but I do now. He would say, you know what? You do the best that you can with the tools you have in the moment. And it's like, this is life, right? Like, we do the best that we can with the tools that we have in the moment. So right now, you're just building from the wrong nervous system state and tools. And here's the beautiful part. It's something that you can change gently, consistently, through regulation. Consistent. And I do mean consistent. Like, literally, if someone says, I don't have time, I'm like, you got 5 minutes a day. You've got 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day is better than I'll carve out 1 hour once a week. So consistency through regulation will bring you safety. And that's the difference between survival brain and visionary brain. It's not discipline, it's safety. When your body feels safe, the vision becomes possible again. AKA, the bear and her baby cubs are no longer standing in front of you, right? That's the work of modern yin yoga. That's where stillness does the real work. And if you're listening to this or you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, like light bulb moments, this is like really landing for me, then I'm guiding something so simple inside the SolefulYin yoga app starting March 10th. A 14-day unwind and calm March reset series. Nothing intense. There's no pressure. It's just daily practices designed to help you and your nervous system shift out of survival mode and into regulation. And what's really cool about this is that I'll be showing up live in a private community space each day, and I'm going to be dropping you like little nuggets of, like, aside from the practices, little nuggets of like, you know what? This can help you with anxiety today, because that's the theme of today's practice. This can help you with, like sleep. This can help you with relaxation. Like, I'm actually like so excited for the live components because, they might be little audios. They could be like a quick post. It might be a little video that I put up, but every single day I'll be there supporting you, because here's the thing. When you start doing this work, you're going to want some additional support. And that's what I'm here for. So if your body and your nervous system are like shouting at the rooftop in all the best ways for this kind of support, you're welcome to join us. So thank you so much for pressing play on today's episode. I'm pretty sure that the next one, you'll probably see me in pajamas again. I don't know. Maybe we'll make a trend of this. You can drop a comment if you like. If you'd like to see me post more video here in my PJs. So have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode.